I got pregnant 3 months into a relationship with the man I thought was the one. At that time, it seemed like an adventure to me that we were living in 2 different countries. I have lived in 7 countries since I was 24, but eventually settled in Spain without thinking of leaving. This was a big first for me. For the first time, I found my tribe in the writing community. Rather than putting a new marker on the map, I was building a house. I discovered that Spain is where I live my life to the fullest. I went to writing clubs and open mics, took part in a 48-hour film project, and attended my friends' plays. Before motherhood, author gets away for the weekend with her friends in countryside near Madrid. I loved the lifestyle and yes, the sunny weather. The plans were always spontaneous. Whether it's an inexpensive 3-course menu del dia, the famous long Spanish lunch with unlimited wine, a night out or a weekend trip to the countryside. This was a far cry from my hometown in England, where I had to book friends weeks in advance when I visited and plans were often disrupted by rain. Days are also longer in Spain. Shops and cafes are open from 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's too early to make a dinner reservation. A day's work still leaves plenty of time for social life. I was almost never home and never had a TV. My new partner was happy to move to Spain, lucky for me. Or so I thought. One of the reasons that made my new boyfriend the one was that he loved to travel and his job often took him to New York, Europe, and Asia. Best of all, his lifelong dream was to return to Spain after spending his early 20s teaching English in Barcelona. He spoke fluent Spanish, could cook great paella, and loved Spanish wine. Although I returned to England with him for the last part of my pregnancy and birth, we were both keen to start family life in Spain. Enjoying Spanish life with a baby has become difficult, but as the baby grew into an active toddler, and my partner continued to work abroad, I was alone most of the time. It became difficult to meet up with friends or participate in any writing activities. The long Spanish day was now dragging on. When we decided move to Girona, a 7-hour drive across Spain, something that would have been unimaginable for me just a few years ago, I already felt like I was saying goodbye my old life. I didn't think it was a big deal that I had no friends there and my partner was away up to 80 of the time. A year after we moved, we had our second baby. 10 days after giving birth, my partner returned to work abroad. When we separated, moving the UK to join my sister and nieces seemed like the answer, pursuing single motherhood entirely. If I wanted to be with my kids, I'd be stuck in Spain. That's when I learned about the Hague Convention, an international agreement between the majority of countries. According to contract, custody of children must be decided in country where children usually reside. The type of custody agreement put in